This is Unit 5, Lesson 9, More Inequalities. This lesson takes some things we already know how to do, solving word problems and solving inequalities, and puts them together. We have just one example. The school has given Mrs. Green $400 to take some students to attend a math conference. It costs a registration fee of $150 and a fee of $15 per student. How many kids could go and still stay within the budget? The very first thing we need to do is define our variable. What we don't know is how many kids could go, so that's what we're going to first write down. X stands for the number of kids. Now we've got to build our inequality. The first thing I think about is how much it's going to cost, and we start off with $150 as the registration fee. That's like a flat fee. Then we need to pay $15 times every student who comes, so that's 15 times however many students there are. Now, that expression is the computation for how much we can spend, 150 plus 15 some number of times. We want that amount to come within our budget, which is $400 or less. So we say that computation, that expression, needs to come out less than or equal to 400. It's okay if it equals 400, we will have hit the full amount, and it's okay if it comes out less than that, because then we're staying within our budget. So that's one of the trickiest parts, is writing the inequality and writing the proper inequality symbol to express what we want it to express. Solving is just like you've already learned how to do. So we're going to subtract 150 from each side, divide each side by 15, and we get x is less than or equal to 16.6 repeating. Now, we're talking about number of people, so it makes sense to round that down because we can't have a portion of a person, so we're going to say x is less than or equal to 16. Now, one of the other tricky parts, other than setting up the initial inequality, is answering properly in a sentence. We're saying that x, the number of kids, can be anything 16 or less. We're not saying it has to be 16. If it were 16 kids, we'd make it within the budget, but what if she just decided to take only 2 kids? Would she stay within her budget? Sure. What about 5 kids? She'd stay within the budget there too. So we need to express that it's not just one number, but any number of kids that is up to and including 16. So my sentence is, Mrs. Green could take up to 16 kids, which implies we're including the 16, and stay within the budget. That's it. Put your note sheet in the binder, and I'll see you tomorrow.